have not been yanking your chain for the whole show. I promise you from the beginning today, I said we have a huge announcement this morning to do with our beloved CarFest. If you're a CarFest buddy or you are a royal family, you'll already now know what this news is. But now I can tell everybody that as of 2026, CarFest will be moving to its brand new home, Silverstone Race Circuit. I know! I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. Silverstone Race Circuit, everyone! Oh my goodness me. The world famous, the world renowned Silverstone Race Circuit. Tilly, your first time ever now, giving us a massive intro, giving it all the beans over the 1812 Overture.
She's the queen of CarFest and owner of Laverstoke Park Farm, and he's the king of the track and chief executive officer of Silverstone. They're here to talk about today's extremely exciting CarFest news. So let's have a mingle with Clare Scheckter and Stuart Pringle.
All right, guys, yeah! Good morning, Stuart.
Good morning, Chris.
Nice to have you on the show. Good morning, Claire.
Morning, Chris.
How are you?
I'm all right.
What a
thank
weekend
you.
we've had, haven't we?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
We've cried all the tears of joy, tears of reminiscing, tears of friendship. You cried on my shoulder. I cried first, as always.
Yeah.
I cried on your shoulder, and then you cried on mine.
Yeah.
And here we are, and here we go. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe that CarFest gets to happen at Silverstone from next year. Stuart, thank you very much indeed to you and your team.
Well, not at all, Chris. Thank you to you and Claire for trusting us, for, considering us suitable to be custodians of your incredible CarFest baby for this next phase.
I know. She's a teenager now, isn't she?
I know. It's a bit like going away to boarding school or something, isn't it? Yeah.
All right. So before we get into tomorrow, what about today? What about the last 14 years? 14 brilliant, beautiful years. Chills. Look, chills, goosebumps. Yeah. I'm going to go again. I've got to be careful here. Of CarFest in your back garden, Clare Scheckter.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you remember how this all began?
I can. And you weren't in my best books when it first started.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I remember we'd agreed that it was going to happen. You said you wanted to do something with music, cars and families in a field. We said, we got a few fields. Let's make it happen. And I remember saying to you specifically, don't talk about it, Chris, until I've spoken to licensing, I've spoken to the parish council, I've done everything I need to do. I'm on a school run, and Chris is going, now there's something I'm not supposed to talk about today, but I'm really excited and I can't hold it in any longer. And I almost crashed into a tree. And then I wanted to murder him. But then we made it happen. What was it, 6 months, 7 months for the first CarFest?
It was done and dusted in 2 weeks as initial organisation. But then we just had to sort of, pitch our tent literally for the first time in your field.
Yeah.
So how was it for you that first year? How has it been for you? What have you learned about yourself, about your property, about people and places? We've had I think over 1 million day visitors now at CarFest.
Wow. It's just been amazing. It is. I mean, gosh, the experiences, the memories. I think the biggest thing is just happy faces, happy families, seeing families doing things together, having fun together, all generations. And obviously the money that's been raised is phenomenal, and talking to the charities and understanding the impact on them. It's been incredible. I mean, I have learnt so much. I mean, I'm going to get emotional now because I'm so grateful. It's been just the most incredible experience. And it's just something I never thought could happen. And it's been amazing, a fantastic journey.
Tell us where the emotions are coming from now, just in this moment.
I think it's, it's too overwhelming. There are too many aspects of it. But I'm going to look back so fondly from all the memories. I hope that this weekend will be the biggest, not the biggest, but the best, the most vibrant, the most happy CarFest ever.
Maybe the biggest?
Maybe the biggest, but the most vibrant, let's celebrate, everything that is fantastic about CarFest and give it one last bang.
And when we were talking, and it wasn't the easiest conversation we've ever had, but we're used to those, aren't we?
Yeah, we've had difficult conversations
before. We are
before.
battle-scarred, and all the better for it, because there's growth
Yeah.
in all those experiences.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything. I've got to tell you now, without going into detail, without Claire, CarFest wouldn't even exist anymore. It's as simple as that. And this was over breakfast on Saturday, wasn't it, at your house?
Yeah.
This is so
Yeah.
recent. This is because these things happen. This is how all things like this, in my experience, of such magnitude, happen like this has happened.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and Claire said to me, she said, Chris, look, it's a no-brainer because it's all about the kids and it's all about the charities. And as much fun as we have, and we do have all the fun, and as much fun as all the Davises have had, the only reason we do it, and there are other reasons now, but the only reason we still really do it is to raise as much money as possible. And you turned to me and you said, you have to do this. Even though you don't want to let it go, you've got to do it.
Yeah, it's the right thing for the charities, absolutely, and I see it as an evolution. We've had the birth and the childhood, and now we got to the teenage years. So now it's a horrible teenager. I'm very happy to hand it over to Stuart and go, "Oh, good luck."
Don't tell him that. But you're coming with us, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes, please.
This is our Toy Story 4, isn't it? Because Andy's not going off to university. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
But if you love them, set them free. Etc.
Yeah.
So Stuart, I know that you knew how important it was to us, but now can you really see it?
Absolutely. I feel I've sitting
on.
here. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm intruding. I mean, it's incredible the job that the pair of you have done. Actually, you're being extremely magnanimous, Chris. But Claire was saying outside how you are, such a driving force and energy.
CarFest is Chris, and Chris is CarFest. So he's being very kind to me, but it is all about Chris. It was Chris's idea. It's Chris's passion. It's Chris's energy that brings everybody to CarFest every year. And he makes it happen.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Well, I'm just acutely aware that we've got to be really, really brilliant custodians of the CarFest spirit that you have created. There is something intangible, very special in the name CarFest. You have these legions, absolutely 1 million plus people who've had the most brilliant weekend, and the challenge is with us to lose none of that, but find ways to enhance it for the benefit of these remarkable charities.
Right, and Angela and Neil, who've run CarFest for me, along with Claire here, are coming with it. You're getting one of the greatest teams that I've ever worked with. So, well done, congratulations. I'm coming. I'm not stepping away from it. I've been to meetings at your place. What's the building that I went to the meetings?
The Jimmy Brown Centre.
Right. Have you been to the Jimmy Brown Centre, Claire?
No.
So it's called the Jimmy Brown Centre because Jimmy Brown was the original farmer whose land Silverstone is on.
Oh, wonderful.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. Jimmy was he was employed as a farm manager post-war to farm what was actually an old RAF airfield, but had been a farm previously, and he suddenly got a few weeks' notice, sort of 6 weeks to run a Grand Prix, and had to organise one from scratch in 6 weeks. So a bit like a fortnight to get the first CarFest off the ground.
Plus ça change. And what's great about Silverstone is loads and loads of things. I mean, it will never be as beautiful as Laverstoke Park Farm, but it is bigger. There's loads of concrete, which means that if it rains, it takes a minute to dry, and there are toilets in buildings. And there's thousands of toilets in buildings because it's where you have the British Grand Prix, and there's water on tap, forgive the pun, and there's loads more track, and it's really it's changed Silverstone, hasn't it, as an experience. I think the thing that epitomised the change for me this year at the British Grand Prix was the Lando Norris stand, because it's just a different mindset. For people who don't know, what was that? Whose idea was it? And how else has Silverstone sort of now really got up to speed and cruise control?
Well, Silverstone is known because it's been home to the Formula One British Grand Prix for many, many years. Hosted the first ever round of the Formula One World Championship 75 years ago in 1950, and we've done the vast majority of them. Not everyone, some at Brands and Aintree over the years, but the vast majority. But actually, what we've been working really hard on for the last decade is to evolve from just being a Grand Prix circuit to somewhere where people can come year round. So we have got these incredible facilities. I have to say, we're set in a beautiful part of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, on the county borders there. It's leafy green. It isn't Laverstoke Park, because you're right, there is a modern Formula One track in the middle, although the asphalt is pretty cool. And if you were going to put cars on any to run anywhere, you'd want to put them on.
I should say, we've already earmarked a beautiful campsite, so we do have beauty
absolutely, and that's foremost in my mind. But having the Grand Prix circuit, the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, Formula One circuit at CarFest disposal adds another element where the car part of the CarFest
we want to put the
is.
cars back in CarFest, and Claire, that's how it began, isn't it? And
you
I mean, obviously, your heritage as a family, you love your cars. You've got a pretty snazzy collection yourself. Purple or pink is the way forward for Claire.
I think it's still going to be purple.
Claire, you should open the track for us, don't you think so? Next year at CarFest.
Done.
Okay, that is a done deal. Have you ever driven the Formula One circuit at
Not
Silverstone
yet.
before?
No, that would be exciting.
Okay,
I don't want to mess up my car though.
No.
I'll drive somebody else's.
No, I'm sure we can get an open-top car for you. There are 3 circuits at Silverstone, aren't there?
There are 3 configurations on the main circuit. So Grand Prix divides into half, and you can do the national to the north or the international to the south. And then there's actually a small circuit right in the middle called the Stowe circuit.
The Stowe circuit, that's right. And the national is the where the old pits are,
Correct.
which is close to where your offices are. And of course, the wing, which is the big famous building, which you see with Martin Brundle and Ted Kravitz, and Sky Sports Formula One. That is where the modern day pits are on the modern day home straight. Now, that building itself fits 5,000 people in it. So if we do have some showers, and so there's loads of places for people to shelter as well. It also means that we can have displays in the pits. So all the kids who come to CarFest, who love their supercars, we've got room for loads of supercars. It's just going to be absolutely awesome. We'll have the royal families who could stay in lodges and the swimming pools, and it's just amazing. And you have this new kart track opening.
Absolutely, which is our 5th circuit actually, and that gives a chance for everybody to get behind the wheel during all of our events all year round, but certainly at CarFest it will be busy.
And what have you learned now? Because Formula One is different. Since the American company took it over, they've really pressed the detonator, haven't they? And it's just exploded, and everybody's had to sort of change their mindset, thank goodness. And the Lando Norris stand, which we didn't get onto, but when the Lando Norris stand, Lando was approached by you for this, do you want your own stand? And he announced it on his Instagram, and the next day it sold out 13,000 people, like in half an hour, 70% of which were women. So that's all changed. So girls, come on,
Absolutely, it is. Lando is incredibly popular, but we're so lucky in this country. We've got George, Ollie Beerman, and of course the amazing Sir Lewis. And it's no coincidence that we've got 4 out of 20 drivers on the grid. The British Racing Drivers Club that owns Silverstone is a not-for-profit organisation that runs Silverstone for the good of British motorsport and wants British drivers to succeed. British and Commonwealth drivers, indeed. So it's. It makes a big difference when you've got home heroes. The Brits love their motor racing, and actually motorsport, an element that we're really keen to talk about in CarFest is the science, technology, engineering and maths, the education, the careers opportunities.
And that's all there, the museum's there.
We've got a museum, we've got a school in 460
and it's all going to be
children.
Open for the weekend.
It's all going to be there, showing people what a great career they can have.
This is so cool. And it's in the middle of the country. So it's more accessible to more people. The day tickets are going to fly. And I mean, it's not fanciful or fantasyful, is it, for me to hope and dream and set the intention that this could become the 2nd biggest car event in the UK behind the British Grand Prix?
100%, Chris.
Let's do that. I mean, come on. Is that what's referred to as growth?
I think I'm disappointed you're going for the 2nd. Give it a couple of years.
Honest,
let's go.
If Stuart wasn't here, it'd be a different conversation. But listen, we'll take 2nd of the British Grand Prix anytime. And of course, the ladies now, the women have their own open wheel series as well, don't they?
F1 Academy, absolutely. Yeah,
and their own show, their own Netflix show.
Indeed. So real focus on explaining to girls that this isn't just a boys thing, and particularly on the engineering side. There are so many careers. We're genuinely world class in this country at motorsport engineering, and there are some inspiring female engineers. So we want to tell that story as well. CarFest is perfect for that.
And Susie Wolf, she'll be part of the gang, I'd imagine, as well.
I sincerely hope so. I mean, she's quite busy with her. I don't know how our date for CarFest in 26 fits with hers.
Yeah, but I think she's coming on the show, so don't worry. I
Work your magic, Chris.
The old thing, live on the radio.
Yeah. Pressure.
Can't say no.
What else is? Whose idea was the Lando Norris stand, by the way?
My colleague Nick Reed, who you
I
met.
met Nick. Yeah.
Creative guy.
He's quite humble. He didn't say it because I talked to him about it. I said that was a great idea. He said, yeah, it was a really good idea. It was his idea. Great. So bring on CarFest this weekend. If anybody wants to come and say cheers to Silverstone and here's to Laverstoke Park Farm, please come here this weekend. We've checked the weather. It looks like it's going to be great, perfect festival weather.
Yeah.
It was pretty good last year. I mean, some people were watching and said, yeah, but it rained last year. I know it did, but it's rained a lot more than it did last year, and it's going to be great this weekend, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be fabulous.
What's it like for you on the Monday before CarFest, Claire?
Well, normally I'm there and I'm really busy, but you said I need to be here, so it's like, yes, Chris. But it's excitement. Everybody's so pumped. I mean, the setup, the build has gone fantastically well. You see the stages are there, the bridges are there in a flash.
Yeah.
It's like it just happens.
Yeah, we have to build our site every year.
Yeah,
you have
we can help you with that. I mean, we still put a lot of stuff up. Stages still go up. Music's become a big part. That was another element. We love our music these days. That's what modern Formula One's brought us, an appreciation of the power of that. And I think CarFest is going to take Silverstone's music credentials to another whole level.
Yeah, and then we got all the well-being, which we're still going to do.
Yep. Change nothing, only add.
Well, just only add. That's great. Yeah, let's go with that. And I've said thanks to Andrew and Neil and Luke and the whole of the CarFest team over the years. It's ever changing, but we know that turnover of staff is something like it's never been more prolific nowadays. And if you can keep staff for more than a minute, then you've got a chance of having a decent business. You're really good at that, Stu. Is it true that the newest member of your team has been there just the 8 years? That's the newest member. Is that about right?
Of our senior team, absolutely.
I mean, that speaks volumes, doesn't it? What about your team, Claire? Who would you like to thank for helping us over the years?
Well, obviously Neil's been on it since day one, and I'd like to kind of thank the whole team Levine, because when the first year he turned up, his poor wife, four little kids running everywhere like crazy. The last 2 years, Team Levine, so he has all 4 kids working. The last 2 years, and that's fantastic. So they're great, but. Michael from our side, Ian, who makes all the grass and everything look perfect. I mean, but also it's all the volunteers who've helped.
I know.
I was working out last night. We've delivered over 50,000 fun foodie workshops, and with the team of volunteers.
How many times have we played Spot the Poo?
Oh, quite a lot.
Okay,
quite a lot.
We don't need to bring that, but we can bring that. Can I just take us through Spot the Poo, please?
Okay, it's Match the Poo.
Match the Poo. I knew I was going to get that wrong. Sorry,
come on,
Match
Chris,
the
come
Poo.
on. Yeah, you got to match.
You don't need to spot the poo; it's everywhere.
Yeah. You got to match the poo to the animal that pooed it.
That's right.
Yeah. It's really classy.
And we used to announce the winners on stage, didn't we? Just before the main act. In front of 35,000 people. It was so. But that's CarFest.
Yeah.
It's making the little big and the big little, isn't it? And hopefully they meet in the middle. Can we thank all the locals as well, all your neighbours over the years?
Yeah, and the parish council and licensing and the police and the emergency services. Everybody has been so supportive. It's just fantastic. And then let's hope we have a really good turnout for the Overton Car Parade this year. Yeah. So how you like to put people on the spot on the radio?
Oh, here we go. Come on.
Chris, would you be in the Overton Car Parade,
of course I
please,
would.
on Saturday? Thank you.
100% honoured. I'd like to say thanks to Chris Hughes as well for all his work over the years. In the beginning and for many, many years thereafter, we were all toe to toe, we were all shoulder to shoulder, and we all put in more than a shift, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
So thanks to everybody that's ever been involved with CarFest, through its highs and its lows, the rain and the sunshine. And Stuart, thanks for saying yes. Thanks to the team. I am so excited. Will I get one of those monogrammed Silverstone shirts,
No,
please.
it's a bit too corporate for you, Chris, isn't it?
No, I want to be corporate. I want to be under the corporate. I'll still be the punk under the umbrella, but yes, great. It's great. Let's hear it, please, if you don't mind, for CarFest past, present and future. Clare Scheckter, Stuart Pringle, Laverstoke Park Farm, Silverstone Race Circuit. If you want to come and say goodbye and thank you to Laverstoke Park Farm, go to carfest.org and come and join us this weekend because it's going to be a party like never before. All right.